What is it we really truly want deep down as coaches for our business? My name is Natalie Sabrina Dahl, and I'm founder and CEO of the Victory Log and the Coaching Biz Quick Start Formula. And after interviewing more than 300 coaches, I found that the coaches that are very mission driven and that are very client driven, they want one thing. Let me see if this resonates with you. The one thing we all want as coaches is have an impact. Have an impact, transform people's lives, transform businesses, help people get better, help businesses get better and bigger, maximize, make a difference. I'm not sure if this resonates with you, but the coaches I work with that are mission driven, they all nod their head when I talk about impact. And some of you guys listening, you might want to have an impact on a couple of clients, a handful of clients, and that's totally okay, that's totally good, up to you. And then there's other coaches who want to have a big impact. And there's no right or wrong. So whatever it is for you, having an impact or having a big impact. And it's interesting that all coaches want that, but not all coaches are there. So what's the difference between coaches that are really successful and coaches that are just merely getting by? And I found that there's three main ingredients for a coaching business to work. And those three main ingredients apply especially to the coaching business, but other service-based industries as well. And the first thing that we focus on, and the first thing that I think any coaching business would need to focus on is this. Profit. Because without a profit, you don't have a business. Without a profit, you're going to have to go back and get a job because you can't support yourself and your family or your employees if you have any. And without a profit, things are tough because you're just always from month to month and always hoping for the best that you're going to get a couple of clients so you're going to be able to pay the bills. Profit and finding clients. And that's the first and foremost thing because coaching is still a business. Second thing that needs to be in place is value for your clients. And here I have a formula of adding at least 5 to 10 times more value to your clients in order to have a big impact than the investment is with you. So for me, it's simple because I do business coaching. I help coaches find clients. I help coaches systemize their business, grow, and make it bigger. And the ROI is very easily measured by measuring the return on investment, money-wise. So if my program costs 2,000 francs or euro or dollars, I help you make back at least 5 to 10 times as much. 10 to 20,000 typically you make back if you implement what I teach. That's always, always, always the key presumption. So value. And value, it doesn't have to be just value in terms of money. It can be value in terms of if you're teaching self-confidence. That's one of the key factors for success in anything, regardless what your clients want to achieve. If you help them to find a better relationship or find the love of their life or lose some weight or build a business, confidence is a very, very crucial currency that coaches can give their clients. Or how about health? If you're a health coach and you help them lose those extra 10, 20 kilos, 50 kilos that they have been trying for years and years and they couldn't do it, and you help them. So what is that worth? So the investment has to be always much, much, much lower than what they get in return. And again, it doesn't have to be measured in money. Making sense so far? So in order to have a big impact, those two components are crucial, profit and value. But big impacts and easy impacts and things that run smoothly have a third component. And that third component is leverage. Some kind of leverage. And there's offline and online leverage strategies. Mostly and foremost, it's using the technology that we have available nowadays, because it's never been so easy to make things bigger, to spread things, and to get known. Profit, value, and leverage. And why don't you post in the comments, if you see this on Facebook or LinkedIn, what is most important to you? And there's no right or wrong, But I'm just asking this question because it shows me a little bit of where you're at and what we would need to focus on most. All right, profit, value, leverage is necessary in order for your coaching business to have a big impact. Now, how do we connect the dots? And there's 3 core pillars that I identified work best to connect the dots, step by step by step. Core pillar number 1 connects profit and value. And I call it the IP sharpener. What is the IP? It's not the IP of a computer. It's the intellectual property. It's your IP. It's what you're really strong at. It's your core. It's your essence. And I teach to pull that out with tools and strategies and techniques so you find out what you're really, really strong at. And then we turn that into a flagship program that opens all the doors. And once you have that core IP, your core strength, what you're really good at. And by the way, a lot of coaches that are already in business for quite some time, they don't have this. They're very, very broad, and they coach anything and anybody, and that just doesn't work because it's very hard to market to anybody and everybody. So the IP is, first of all, your essence, and secondly, it's about your market, finding that perfect niche that matches exactly what you're really strong in. And I call it the IP sharpener, and that's module 1, number 1, or core pillar of what I help coaches with, number 1. Secondly, how do you amp up the value? And amping up the value we do with 2 things, offline strategies and online strategies. The offline strategy is mainly showing coaches how to position themselves by becoming an expert by speaking on other people's stages. And that's one of the key components that helped my success. So that's what I'm helping my students with. So all the programs that I'm creating, and especially the Brand by Speaking program, but all the other ones too, all the life workshops, I give my students the opportunity to speak on stage, first of all, to get some practice, and secondly, to get pictures taken. And then you can say, I spoke on this event, I spoke on that event, and people notice that, and people see it. You put it on your website, you put it on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn, on your profiles, you spread it everywhere, people see it, and they perceive you as the expert. So that's the offline strategy. Online strategy, we do several different techniques that use what all the great leaders of past or present history always used and utilized. And I call this the transformational leader approach because you need to position yourself as a leader, regardless what you're coaching on. Because if you're a coach and people connect with you, they want you as a leader. They're looking for a leader. So that's here, positioning. After you're clear with this, because this needs to come first. Secondly, positioning. And thirdly, connecting profit and value is the sales engine. And the sales engine has different levels. So the first sales engine part is organic work. Find out what works organically, then semi-automated, and then automated. So that over time, it'll run like clockwork. It'll give you clients, appointments, and leads in your system constantly. Is that making sense? I hope it is. If it isn't, then just text me, write me a Facebook comment, LinkedIn comment, wherever you see this, or get back to me and I'll be happy to answer it. Those 3, IP sharpener, positioning, and sales engine. And yeah. If you want to know more, want to know what's included, go to www.growyourcoachingbusiness.com and you'll find the program, the Quick Start Business, and the rest of the tools and techniques I'm going to share with you. So until we meet again, stay awesome.